Movement is so extremely important in Metroid Dread that it will be what you optimize and practice infinitely as you speedrun Dread. As your consistency increases and your map routing perfected, only RNG and movement is what chips away at your times until perfection. So understanding how to move in Dread, even for your first run, will go a tremendously long way. Speaking of a long way, if you enjoy this type of informative content, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Also, you can comment below if you want me to cover something that I haven't already. Keep in mind, this is more of a introductory into movement, as math and frame counting for each movement optimization is not out yet, and making it comprehensive is a bit premature when the game is not that old yet. We will go over ledge jumps, jump morph, sliding, slide morph, slide jump, spin drops, ball drops, melee, grapple, water movement, speed booster, flash shift, quick shard shots, and shinespark. Quite a list, I know, but I won't go in tremendous detail on each. It is just an introductory. It is more of a list for you to keep in mind as you learn Dread speedruns. I will also have timestamps below for you to skip to what you want to work on as you learn. You don't need to learn it all at once. Not even the current top runners have put it all together yet, so work at it at your own pace. Main goal for all of these movement optimizations is to achieve three things. One, reduce as much airtime as possible. The more you are running, the more time you are saving. Number two, reduce the amount of mantling you do. Mantles are very slow and jarring to movement. This is where stuff like ledge jumps and jump morphs come into play. And number three, reducing the amount of unnecessary movements, such as giving too much room for speed booster or using multiple flash shifts when you should be speed boosting instead. Ledge jump is the number one movement tech you need to learn, and the first you should learn. It's simple, you grab a ledge and you press jump. But how long you press jump matters. Remember, the less airtime, the better. It might seem like the difference is too small to matter, when in fact it matters quite a lot. You ledge jump through the entire route. This small difference between ledge jump heights, and especially against mantles, will add up to a tremendous amount of time gained, so practice this constantly. Jump morphs is number two movement tech. A lot of where you need to mantle is exactly the places that require you to mantle into a morph, but in fact in most cases you can just jump morph into the tunnel itself and save you the mantle time. Do it smooth enough and you don't slow down at all. The only time this tech can be questionable is if you are at a peak jump where morph ball tends to slowly tilt into the tunnel, like at early grapple. It is hard to say if jump morph or mantle is faster there, but generally I say just get into the habit of jump morphing into every spot you can. Can be utilized with grapple also to make places you thought you can't use this into places you can. One form of this using magnets is what we call magic. When you jump morph on a magnet before it shows the electricity, you can jump morph up the magnet. Another form of this is actually flash morphs, such as in the quiet rope area. When you flash, you tend to stall, but if you spin afterwards and then morph, you will morph quick enough to get into the tunnel in areas that you normally need to mantle. There are also morph jumps or coyote morph jumps, where you can unmorph and jump as you come out the tunnel, letting you gain additional height or go for items that you normally would need upgrades or specific movements for. Sliding is interesting in that you both don't want to slide as much as possible, yet you want to slide off every single ledge you can. When you slide, you slow down a bit, so try not to slide as much as you can and stay running. Sliding off ledges is your preferred way down, especially before morph ball, so try to slide off every ledge you can. It's all about saving the frame. Slide morphs are very important for morph tunnels and speed tech. I won't go too much into the speed tech aspect of it as I have videos for it, but generally slide morphs can be better in low height requirements even while in speed to make those trickier speed techs easier. Slide morphing is also the preferred morph tunnel movement, as morph ball is very slow and slide morph tends to give you a speed boost and retain some of that speed into the morph ball for a limited time. So slide morph into every single morph tunnel you can even dream of. You can also slide morph into tunnels if you are high enough for it. Slide jumps or coyote jumps or DKC jumps is a tech that lets you low jump in situations where you would normally hit an obstacle, like before flash shift. This is a good movement to learn as water is very slow and staying out of it will make things faster. Slide jump is also very important for pseudo wave, and early grapple, so get used to it. Spin drops and ball drops will be lumped together as they serve basically the same purpose but in different situations. Spin drop allows you to move horizontally faster while falling. Ball drops, from what we understand, has a higher acceleration to reaching max fall speed, so in situations where a straight drop is needed, ball drop is wanted. Situations where multiple ledges are involved, morph ball is better for that too. You won't grab the ledges and also you drop faster and easier. Melee, surprisingly, is a movement tech that can be used to lunge you over ledges a significant distance where you would want to avoid a lower ledge or gaps where you wouldn't necessarily want to jump. It also sets up particular spin drops in spots that normally wouldn't be possible. Meleeing through doors into cutscenes or through slow opening doors are also marginally faster, but you shouldn't melee through every door. Remember, you want to keep running as much as possible. Once you get flash shift, meleeing through doors is pretty much unoptimal at that point. Grapple, although looks self-explanatory, has a speed property to it. You can utilize it for speed boost in water or situations where you would want to do a magic looking jump morph into tunnels or even interrupt it midway to reach a ledge. Water movement can be really annoying and slow when you haven't figured out how to optimize it yet. Normally, you want to do anything other than just jumping or in morph ball. Jumping or ball jumping is the fastest movement. When you morph off a ledge, you get a small speed boost, and you can actually water ledge jump by grabbing ledge, input away from a ledge jump, and input back to the ledge for a ledge jump. This is pretty neat and noticeably faster than mantling, so get used to water movement. There's quite a bit of it in the game. Now for speed boost and shinespark, I won't get into them much. I have video tutorials on them, link is in the description. Generally, you want to use these in as many places as you can that involve long straight distances. There are multiple places during the route, and in fact, there may be even more speed tech places than what we know. Experiment and try to find some cool speed techs. It's definitely satisfying to learn. Flash shift is probably the best addition to Metroid and really makes Dread feel amazing. Situations where you want to use flash shift is anywhere speed boost isn't usable or faster, which is any distance less than 4 flash shifts. Some trams and elevators and general rooms tend to have these distances, making flash shift your preferred movement most of the time. Flash shift has some weird properties where it can help you avoid enemies and in the same time prevent you from flashing past them outside of specific situations. Flash shift stops you in front of the enemies if you aren't invulnerable at the time. Air flash spin is also very useful for resetting the stall so you can mantle faster if morphing is not possible or faster. Quick charge shots aren't technically a movement tech, but I want to include it because oftentimes it is required in movement to make it smoother or faster, such as after early grapple, you want to do something like a charged ledge jump into a slide charge shot. To do a quick charge shot, you hold shoot and then either spin jump shoot or turn around shoot or a mix or both. Lots of places to use this and will help you during the run. So that was an introductory of all the current known movement optimizations. There could be more, and once the frames are counted and we know 100% what is faster versus what in what situations, I will make it comprehensive in the future. If this helped you, share, check out my Twitch streams. Soon I will have a consistent schedule going for that, so I will be grinding Dread runs more often. Next video will probably be an analysis of a world record run, a multiple part route tutorial even, so look forward to that. And as always, thanks for watching.